slow burn horrors, they're good. For some, they can be boring, but for this one, it wasn't. I was in. Why, hello there YouTube, and welcome back to 31. So we are on day 28 of our 31 days now, so not that many left. And for that one we're in the year 2017, and I'm reviewing the film Get Out. So we are now. So this is the film that gave Jordan Peele a place in horror, as he wrote and directed this fine horror masterpiece. So this is about a guy named Chris who's black, and he has his girlfriend. What's her name now? Who's white, and he goes to meet her family for the first time and stay over for the weekend. Rose, that's her name, played by Alison Williams, and Chris is played by Keluuya. And they meet her family, who are very accepting at first. They appear nice. They do have some house staff, like a housekeeper and a gardener that are black, and he thinks they're a bit off, but I guess if they're happy to be there, then they're happy to be there. But then the longer he stays, the more he starts to notice things aren't quite right. And when they're having a gathering, little does he know that he's been auctioned off by these white folks to, be sold off and have an elderly person's brain put into his body. And they're doing that with black people. And Chris discovers that Rose has been doing this, having interracial relations with black people, and this is how the Armitage family make their profits and what they do. So yeah, pretty dark and quite, well, I guess the whole message behind this is racism and awareness and what have you. But yeah, so first of all, let's get on to my likes and dislikes. I like this film. I liked how original this kind of was. I mean, I've seen this kind of stuff in horror and science fiction before, like brain transplanting, putting a brain into another body. But the way they do it in this is quite clever, and I'd not really seen anything like this before in a horror. And it felt like something fresh. Also, this was surprisingly good. I mean, it was a slow burn, but it was a good slow burn. Like for some slow burn horrors, they're good. For some, they can be boring, but for this one, it wasn't. I was entertained throughout. I was like thinking, okay, something's not right here. From what I've seen in the trailers, something is off. Especially when they're at that party and he notices one guy named Logan, who is young and with an older woman, and then the flash of a camera, it's like, but we discover that, that the person whose body it is are still there. They're just not in the driver's seat. And yeah, they were planning to do that to Chris, but he was smart. He actually managed to pick the chair that he was tied up in and stuff his ears with Cornwall, so he didn't listen to the hypnotic trance, because the mother of the family, played by Catherine Keener, she put him under a hypnotic trance, which she thought was to stop him smoking, but then it's actually to put him under control. And yeah, it was like quite unsettling, you know, that this family appear nice on the outside, but on the inside, they're evil. I mean, the only one that really showed some offness was the son of the family, and he was a bit creepy too. There was also the whole scene with the gardener when he was running and then just turned abruptly. That scene was a bit off and a bit weird. But yeah, very dark, you know, very creepy and unsettling, and surprisingly great, as I said already. And I like the Armitage family, the way, like I said, beware of something nasty pretending to be something nice. I also like the comic relief that Chris's friend gave in this film. Now, Jordan Peele, you know, he started out in comedy. He did a sketch show with Keegan-Michael Key called Key and Peele. He was known for his comedy roots, so this was definitely surprising. But of course, with him being a comedic talent, he did have some comedy in there, some very humorous moments from Chris's friend, who was clearly the comic relief, like an old Shakespeare technique. When something terrifying happens, they then have something funny happen to take our mind away from that, and I like that. I do like that. You know, how something scary and unsettling can happen, or something sad can happen, and then they just go to something, you know, funny. You know, I like that, and he was definitely entertaining throughout. Of course, there are two endings to this. There's an ending where Chris is seen killing Charlotte, and not Charlotte, that's Alison Williams' character in The Perfection, getting her characters mixed up. Rose, he's killing Rose, and it's the cops, and he gets arrested and put in jail. But for some reason he's okay with that. But then there's the ending that I saw in theatres, and the ending that Jordan Peele went with, where it's Chris's friend who's a security guard and driving a police-like car and saves him. And yeah, but it makes me think, could there be more of well, obviously there are more of these people out there that do this, but are they neurosurgeons like Rose's father was? Also, I liked Alison Williams' performance in this. She really appeared nice and like she was on his side, but then when she turned out to be evil, I was like, wow, she really has took a 90-degree turn, because she looked sweet and kind at first, and then she turned and she was like really dark and evil and menacing, and kept a straight face, and I liked that. I really did. I liked the acting from all these people in this film, and you know, maybe this is what horror's missing, comedic talent doing it, because look what Jordan Peele's given us. He's given us two great films, you know, Get Out and Us, you know, and then we've had David Gordon Green and Danny McBride give us the new Halloween films. We've got, you know, Audrey Plaza, that was in the Child's Play remake, which was okay, surprisingly good. And we had, who else did we have? Yeah, we got Chris Rock, that's yet to make his horror debut in Spiral. But yeah, maybe this is what horror needs, some comedic stuff, you know, comedic talent, because it's like funny people want to be scary. Because I'm quite a wacky, eccentric person, but I do have a dark sense of humour with evil and horror in its roots. But yeah, this was a great film from Jordan Peele, and you know, whatever his next film project is going to be, you know, I look forward to it. So yeah, Get Out. This is easy for me. I'm giving it 5 machetes out of 5. So there we go. So that has been day 28 and my review on Get Out. So let me know down in the comments below. Have you seen this film? If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. We have only 3 reviews left now. So I will see you tomorrow, and until next time, don't have nightmares.